100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Break. I'm coming for you. You mine. Check nine. Hard. Hey, lock it. You got tight right there. Kill. Bravo. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Go. Motion. Go.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Joker. Protein spill. Hey, Sam off. Hey. Snap.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Ready?
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle. Tackle.
Down. 18 Gator. Check 45. Topper. He's got five.
From the 17, Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Here comes the seventh play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
High 7.
54. 54 Mike.
Jones now operating from the gun. That's caught. It's Thomas. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Clearly, every time the Saints put together a game plan, they plan to get Michael Thomas involved early and often. 125 catches in 2018, the most in the NFL. Not bad for a kid in Pop Warner football that only played the minimum number of plays every game.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Look at me.
They'll run with the fullback, Zach Line. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Zach Line, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's the second-year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Silver.
25, check 25. Hey, right.
Now Ito Smith. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
Ready, we're ready. 125.
You can't block me.
Watch twist. Check. Come on, 25.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 24. Check 24.
Leo. Crunch. They go.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
60 or. Right here. Snap.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. But now it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Let's put that team on the hunt. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Yeah, let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that. Hey, Echo. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. 5.
Throwing on second down. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. There goes Green. 30, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Marcus Green with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that is obviously the danger, Charles, of a long field goal attempt.
And what teams are doing now is not just putting their field goal block unit on. They may change it out and go punt return because you have better guys on the field who are able to stay on their feet and block in case that kick is missed. And that's what we saw there, the big return after the long missed field goal.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. From the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The Falcons and Saints, they aren't strangers to one another. That's no secret. They were founded 1 year apart back in the 60s. Their first meeting in 1967. And neither franchise had much success through the 70s and 80s, but boy, has that changed in recent memory. And the Falcons holding the all-time series advantage 52-48. And one of the more memorable matchups, certainly between the two teams, September of 2006. It was the reopening of the Superdome following the devastation from Hurricane Katrina the year prior. The Saints winning that one 23-3. And now they meet here in this one as part of the NFL 100 series.
45, Mike, 45. Let's go, baby. Return over. Let's get that ball. Let's go.
To throw on third down, Jones. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. To throw is Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, this pass complete. Ryan finding Hardy. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
To Justin Hardy. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Gray. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 24 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. On the counter, it's Smith. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
39. Who draw Porter? Check 15. Check 15.
Ryan. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Jones. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you put...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith, 88 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go, here we go. 90, Wolf. 54, watch 54. No gain on this defense, no gain. 80 weapon. Go, go.
Jones on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we go, What up? Mike's 54. Mike's 50. Bravo. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Jones now throwing again on 2nd and 10. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Jones, from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
But it leads to 4th
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. It's Smith. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
I got you, pop. Gun. Smooth.
From the 36, Ryan trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And two stop. Watch the slant. Kick up.
Kamara trying the right side. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. They're running it. Shoot.
He gets it left side to Johnson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That's on the 2nd-round pick, Eric McCoy from Texas A&M.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. Gone. General West. Check out read. Hey, alert 3. Hey, Charlie. Slam. Check 45 to Mike. Check 40. Come. Let's go.
Here's Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You got four down. 45.
And
Let's get this.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14.
18. Look at me. Go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Hey, Delta.
45 to Mike.
Man, that's trash. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Ready?
On second and 15 now. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll work this down. The 15 for a pickup of 4.
Brings up third and 10.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Hey, seam 6.
Nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
45's the mark. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Clear. 5.
On third down, Jones. This will be caught at about the 5. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. When the Falcons' defense stands tall, they'll get the football back. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Here we go.
To throw on third down, Ryan. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Hard. Get it.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Bring it.
Hey, one set. Hey, foxtrot. Go.
Right there. 54, right there.
Deep grip.
Jones operating from the gun. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Check, 42.
On the draw, this is Smith. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here we go now with Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Hurry. Hey, lock it.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Jones now throwing on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Set, ready?
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Go.
I'm coming. Hey, one set.
Five.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Five.
54's Mike.
Ready to go. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devin Bush in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike.
From the gun, Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Mike 54. Let's go one more.
Come.
Mike 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They begin with a run by Smith. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Smith. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready, Blue 80. Back 25. Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Smith. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll toss it to Smith. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. 4th down, and the Falcons will bring on Giorgio Tavecchio to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, I said that.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Atlanta, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.